Yo, what's up? What's up? My name is Johnny, and this is Live with Johnny. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Make sure y'all sharing this broadcast. Make sure y'all liking it, and you can leave your comments. All right, y'all. We're gonna get right into the subject of the day, and just to let y'all know, we're streaming on three platforms: Facebook Live, which most of you see me on now. So make sure you leave your comments. Make sure you liking this post. If nothing else, make sure y'all liking this post. I don't even care if you watch it all. Just make sure you liking the post so other people can see that I'm on. And make sure you're sharing it. Also, we are on YouTube live right now. If you're catching me on YouTube, what's up, YouTube people out there? Make sure y'all commenting. Make sure y'all are subscribing to my page. Follow me. All right, because we got some really good topics coming up from here on. It's just popping. Everything is popping. We in our new studio, as you can see, and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Like McDonald's, I'm loving it. Also, we are on X, formerly known as Twitter. So send your tweets or whatever. Let me know how y'all feeling, especially about what I be talking about. All right. Let me know that I'm on the right page when I come on live. So with that being said, the topic of the day is why are Black men falling behind? And what I'm talking about is like unity. I know a lot of Black men are saying, yo, I ain't falling behind. I'm on my square. I'm getting money. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. But how much of your time and effort is spent helping somebody else achieve those same goals? And that's what I want to talk about today. The majority of Black men that I witness are kind of falling behind a little bit. You know, compared to our counterparts, Black women. You see them going to school. You see them getting their education. You see them supporting each other. Even in nightlife, they together as unity, supporting each other. I take pictures at night. I'm in the club, I take pictures, and I see it. Like, I see maybe 2 or 3 guys at the most part sticking together. They came to the club together, they kicking it, woo, they boys, whatever, they celebrating, enjoying life. It's very rare that you see a group of guys come in and just kick it like you used to see back in the days. It's mainly females together, grouped together, having a good time. The guys are back there sitting back, like chilling. You know what I'm saying? They might crack a joke every once in a while, but they're not even on the dance floor no more, trying to dance with females. You know, it's just like go to the club, get drunk, and look at people. You know, when did that become fun for anybody? It's insane. Like, females can be dancing right in front of guys, and they won't make a move to even try to step to the females. Even though they know the female might dance with another guy, they won't even attempt to step to a female or talk to a female in the club. And that's crazy. Like, that's so backwards. Like, that's why you go to the club, spend your money, your $20, your $10, whatever it is, so you can go and have a good time and meet somebody and talk to somebody. Maybe even share ideas with another Black man as far as how y'all gonna come up, how y'all gonna reach the next level. I think a lot of it is like, if you get 4 or 5 white men in a room, eventually they're gonna start bouncing ideas off each other. How we can make it to the next level, what we can do, what stocks are you investing in, You know, it's not a hush hush type situation like it is with black men. If a black man make it or being successful, they won't share they won't share those ideas with other black people. It's like it's a secret, and I get it. I mean, you don't want somebody taking your ideas and running with them, so I get it. But there's enough money for everybody to make it, unless it's an invention, something patented that, you know, therefore you don't want nobody else to know about that. Then that part of I get. But just to be hiding your idea as far as how to get, like, say if you're in a real estate game, take that for an example, and you learn how to flip houses. Like, how much of that are you telling the next black man? How much game are you putting them on? And you did it with no money down. It's the same with credit. Credit sometimes is something that you have to learn on your own. You have to do the research, because us in our community is not on a regular basis teaching other people about credit. How to pay off credit cards. I'm gonna do a podcast about that. How to pay off credit cards. And work inch closer to being debt free. Like, those things are not talked about in the hood on an everyday basis. And that's not a good thing, because we are the ones that are supposed to help each other get out of this hole. Anymore, I was reading an article today that you, as a single man, you have to be making almost over $80,000 to live comfortably. So if you think you big stuff because you make it $50,000, $60,000, that's not going to be a lot of money going forward. So it's in our best interest to try to find other people who are successful and try to bounce off ideas with them, and try to figure out how to bring in multiple streams of income. That's why a lot of times you'll see me, I got a good job, but you'll see me out there doing other stuff because I want multiple streams of income. It's not that I'm poor or broke. I don't have to. No, I'll take that back. I do have to. But it helps me pay off stuff. Like, I could be doing something that has nothing to do with my job, but that allows me to put my paycheck in my pocket and pay off other bills, other credit cards, other loans from the extra money that I'm doing. I mean, from the extra activities that I'm doing. Because it's so easy to get into a hole. That's easy. To get in debt is easy. Getting out of debt is the hard part. But nobody's going to teach you that. Most people will sit back and watch you suffer in debt and not tell you the ways that you can get out of debt. One way is by paying off the small bills and steadily chewing up the small bills first, and then go after the big bills. But you got to start somewhere. Debt consolidation. A lot of people don't know about debt consolidation. Getting you a lawyer instead of filing bankruptcy and do a debt consolidation. In 3-4 months, even if your credit is bad, your credit will start improving. And your bills are getting paid off because you're paying one single payment instead of paying all of these different payments. I've been in that situation before, to where even though I was getting huge amounts, my checks were big, I was still paying off debt. as I went along. So my checks was decent. They didn't look like shit. Because all of the debt I accumulated over the years. So it had me fucked up. 500 here, 300 there, 300 another $300 a month almost on credit cards. So it didn't matter if my check was big or not. That $300 is coming out one way or another. If I don't pay it, it's going to double, triple. So that's allowing me to get in a hole that unless I listen to the right people, I would still be in that hole. And I said that I'm out of the hole. I'm digging myself out slowly but surely. But to dig yourself out of that hole, it makes life easier. Now you don't have to worry about, this credit card is due. That credit card is, I got $35 on this credit card. 35, I had 5 credit cards. $35 on each credit card. That shit can add up a month. I don't even think I did the math. Let me see that. I was just paying it. Let me see. Let me sit back and do the math. It's probably gonna blow me away. Let me take a look and do this math here. So where's my calculator? So you got 35 times 5. So $175 a month. Some of them were little, let's say like $200, because some of them were a little bit over. But if we, say we late on all of them, that's another $30 times 5. So 150 plus 175. Some might talk about late. That's $325 just on credit cards. It's not including the interest that's accumulating. Credit cards are meant to keep you around for as long as they possibly can. Because the longer you have them, the more interest is going to accumulate on them. And I was on the phone every other month, like, yo, can y'all just drop that late fee? I'm honestly surprised a lot of them did it multiple times. Because if they didn't, I would really be messed up. I can imagine them saying, no, we can't do that no more. Because at the end, they would start to say no. And it was like, my payments were low. That's what I was trying to understand. Like, y'all did them when they was higher, but now they lower. They didn't want to mess with them. But I can only imagine, like, I would be in so much debt if they didn't take those late fees off. Some credit cards made me make 2 payments in order to take the late fee off. So instead of making 1 payment of $35, I had to make 2 payments of like $70. Do you know what you can do with $70? And then you start to sit back and think. What got me is I sat back and think, did I even use that shit that I bought with the credit card? Am I still using it? Even though that stuff may be long gone, I'm not using it anymore. Clothes, I'm not wearing them anymore. I'm still making them payments. As to where I could have just went without those things, saved some money, and paid it off, and paid it cash with it. Then I won't have to worry about making interest payments off of those things that I bought with those credit cards. Especially something like gas. Because that gas is long gone. And you still got to make $70 payments off of that. But see, my point is that the average person will never share this information with someone else. Like, it's a secret. Shh, I'm not gonna tell you. And that's crazy. When I was in school talking to young white men, I learned about penny stocks. Never heard of it before, penny stocks. But what they were doing was they were taking their allowance, investing in what they call penny stocks, where they could put like $1 into it, it was just a low amount. That's why I call them penny stocks. So you didn't have to put a whole massive amount of money in it. And you keep it in there. They was what, 13, 14. I can imagine what the money is now. Just keep putting a little bit in there every month. And now they've grown, getting older. Them things are probably worth $20,000 a stock. So now you're creating money for your retirement, so you can retire early. Buy houses. Invest in your kids going to school. But who's telling us that? Insurance, by having insurance young on your kids young, keeping that money in the account, and I'm learning that now even still, is you're able to take some of that money out depending on the insurance policy, and you can start a business with that money that you've been paying on for insurance to make sure that you have a proper burial if something happens to you. Hell, in 20 years, you're still here. Let me take some of that money out and start a business. Easy. You're a bank to yourself. But nobody is telling us that. Nobody is teaching us that. We don't try to lift each other up anymore. And that to me is crazy. Even on this podcast. It doesn't matter if you don't watch the whole thing. It doesn't matter if you busy and you can't really pay attention. Someone could still get on here, see it, and share it. But most black people ain't gonna do that. Why? Because they don't want to see it. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you get bigger than what you are, what you can become. And that's troubling, y'all. We have to live with that as a people. There is no other race that has to live with that reality. As we don't want to see each other make it to the top. That's our reality. That's the reality that we live in. And that's strange. That's a strange reality. Jealousy kicks in. I don't want you to have this. I don't want you to have that. All of that shit kicks in. And that's crazy. There shouldn't be nothing wrong with helping your fellow man out. Nothing. But we don't want to do it. And that's why we falling behind. Females have sisterhood. They have unity. A female going to school and she's lacking in school or ain't feeling it this month. Another female come in, girl, you got this, and give them words of encouragement. Keep pushing. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen it. But fellas, we're not finna do that for each other. We're not finna do that for each other. And there lies the problem. A huge problem. We got to fix that, y'all. We got to do better than what we're doing. We got to give it more than what we're giving it. If not, these females gonna take over. I said that before. They gonna take over. They already doing so much stuff that we supposed to be doing. They're going to eventually take over. Why? Because of strength in numbers. Just that one fact alone is strength in numbers. If we don't start getting our shit together, becoming men, becoming fathers, we're going to lose in the game of life. I understand you got your shit together, but what are you doing to help somebody else? And you ain't even got to sit and call nobody or get on the phone or physically do something. Write a book. Write a blog. Show other Black men how to succeed. Do a podcast. Anything. But taking your riches and not sharing the formula with other Black men. We're scared to do it. We don't want to do it. We're selfish. Not all of us. I'm not pointing the finger at all of us, but a lot of us are. So we got to change that. We got to change the way we think. Rewire the whole mindset. Every Black person ain't out to get you. Some Black people want to see you do well, and you should want to see other Black people do well. And that's a community. All right. So we're gonna end with that, y'all. I hope y'all got a little bit out of that. If you are on Facebook, make sure you're sharing it. Make sure you're following me. If you're on YouTube, make sure you become a follower. Make sure you subscribe to my page. And if you're on TikTok or X, y'all already know what to do. All right, cool. So that's what's up. Make sure y'all checking us out on TikTok too. We are inching closer to 1,000 followers. I'm trying to go live on TikTok too. So make sure y'all pick up the TikTok short clip videos and like them and stuff like that, so we can get our message out to as many people as possible. That's the whole goal, is to make this a mass communication type ordeal here. All right. So once again, we're in our new studio, loving it. We're gonna get some neon lights, so y'all make sure y'all check that out. It's gonna be dope. And with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. My name is Johnny.